going on, Taurus? Welcome to your April 2024 mid-month reading. We're just going to go ahead and get started, my friends, and jump straight in. Hope you're all doing well. You pulled the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and you pulled the Seven of Wands. You pulled 3 sevens here. Now, even though that Seven of Swords is here, I think that's not anything to be concerned about. It's very interesting. 3 sevens can represent luck, especially when you're in a phase of uncertainty or feeling uncertain. So things turn out better than you expect. Also, too, I do want to note that the personal readings are on sale at this time. So if you're interested, that link will be down below in the description. You pulled the Sun card, the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Swords here. Pulled the Page of Wands, the Lovers, and you pulled the King of Cups here. All right. Pretty crazy. You pulled 3 sevens here for your overall energy. And the Seven of Cups is a card of opportunities, right? Also choices too, but also, and it's also desires, and it's also things that you're imagining and that you're desiring here. The Seven of Swords is a card of emotional detachment, right? What I'm picking up on intuitively. Then the Seven of Wands is a card of where one stands up for themselves and they stand up for what it is that they believe in, and they exercise their own authority and they step into something fully with confidence here. And I think what's really going on is there's this pressure that I'm getting here, because in a way it's like, ultimately I feel like what's really going on is like you're really trying to figure out how you can go about in the best way to get what it is that you want. And the Seven of Swords is also my card of strategies and tactics, right? Seven of Cups, strategies and tactics, and how to figure out how you can manifest and create what it is that you're ultimately desiring. And the Seven of Wands is, once you find those tactics, once you find what it is that you're desiring, once you go through that process of, trying to figure out a strategy is about implementing it. And I see you really doing that for the rest of the month here. And it's interesting, if you think about this is almost a grand cross when we talk about astrology. I'm going to go into this reading. It's a really good reading. At the Sun, the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups here. I think you have quick conclusions here in the future with the Knight of Swords. There's a decisive energy, a clear energy, and a clear path forward. And I think by the end of the month with the King of Cups, it's going to be very rewarding and fulfilling emotionally here, and very satisfying. So I think with that Page of Wands being here, I feel like the universe is wanting you to embody the temperament more of really taking the initiative, right? If there's something that you want to do, or if you feel like something's in alignment with you or is in alignment with your path, or your intuition is telling you something, it's about taking inspired action, especially when you feel inspired here. So let's actually get into this reading. Let's break this reading down. You have the Seven of Cups here in the overall position. Seven of Cups, like I said, it's the imagination. It's the imagination and the desire to merge with the things that you want, right? And so I feel like there are options and choices here, and I feel like you're just trying to figure out what's the best option and choice here with the Seven of Swords. What makes sense? What's ultimately going to set you up in the long run better? What's ultimately going to set things up more better for yourself? And the Seven of Wands is like you really not being afraid to experiment, especially with that Seven of Swords. And I think you have, with 3 sevens here, there is this energy of you having, if you're feeling uncertain or you're not really sure, this is like an indication that, it's time to be certain, and it's time to expect good things here, because I do feel like you have positivity on your side, or positive momentum here on your side, especially with the Knight of Swords. The Sun card being in your current energy at this time, I think you're really just trying to really connect back to your spirit. And I think you're also really tapping into your authenticity, right? The Sun card is when we allow ourselves to fully be who we are and to fully create the things in our life, right, that we want. And so there's a lot here that I'm seeing about you really starting to understand that everything starts with you, and it's how you order things and structure things that ultimately will make everything function in your life and will bring that sense of happiness that you're wanting to feel even more. This Eight of Wands being in the challenge, with the Lovers as the advice. The Eight of Wands is my card of, it's Mercury and Sag. Right? Mercury is the intellect. Sagittarius deals with education, learning, positivity, right? Expansion, adventure. And so I think that's like, with that being in the challenge, it's being emphasized. I think you want more of that, obviously. And the Lovers as the advice is saying, and this is opposite energy. This is Gemini Sag. This is the opposite Gemini Sag axis here when we talk about astrology. Gemini is like what you already know, and there's something about things are more simple than you think. You don't have to overcomplicate things. Sometimes when you have a Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, it's like we can overcomplicate things. We feel like we have to go above and beyond. We have to find the right perfect strategy and the right perfect time. But sometimes we just need to take the initiative, right? And so the Lovers as the advice is basically saying, as Gemini, it's like to keep it simple. What makes sense, right? Do the things that make sense for you. The Lovers is also making choices that are in alignment with your destiny, and that's in alignment with your purpose here. And also too, some of you, it's like when it comes to love and relationships, one thing that I'm seeing here is not to totally disconnect, right? If there's things that you really want for yourself, the Lovers is about merging with that, especially with relationships. When it comes to yourself, this is all about your own purpose and your destiny and the things that do fulfill you and that make you feel whole. Yeah, the Knight of Swords in the future position. Like I said, I feel like there's quick movement in the future and swift conclusions as well with this Knight of Swords. There's a very directness and a very clear path here forward. And I think honestly too, like the Seven of Swords is my card of like experimentation, right? Strategies and tactics, trying to figure out, how you can go about creating a game plan for yourself to ultimately help you get what it is that you're wanting. And I think with this Nine of Swords, this is you like finding or like acting on like your game plan here. It's like if the game plan has been difficult or if things have just felt confusing, I feel like there's a clarity here in the future that's going to really allow you to be able to take the initiative and be able to help you see clearly. You pulled the Page of Wands in the position of something that you're unaware of. Page of Wands is about taking the initiative, right? If there's something that's inspiring, or if there's something here that you would just like to get started on, or if you would like to start, Page of Wands is just about starting it. You can figure out the answers along the way, right? I'm not saying to be totally unprepared, but it's like sometimes we can over prepare and then the next thing you know, we miss an opportunity, or, so sometimes it's just about acting and then, learning along the way, figuring things out along the way. But that King of Cups here and the outcome, I feel like this is the emotional fulfillment here. I feel like there's a very grounded, centered energy that I'm picking up with you toward the end of the month. And you feeling a deep emotional connection and spiritual connection to yourself, to your work, and to the desires here, that you've been wanting to manifest. So it's almost in a way some of you maybe have been rejecting or pushing away what you really desire. Now, I'm not sure why, maybe it's something subconscious or unconscious, but I think that's what's being removed here. All right, so let's see here. You pulled this Black Moon Lilith card. It says mystery here. This is my card of where there's parts of ourself that we've been denying. And the Sun card deals with self-expression. And Black Moon Lilith, it's about the parts of yourself that you have denied because maybe you feel ashamed or you feel shame around, or maybe that got suppressed along the way in your journey throughout life. And this is about the reconnection and the integration of the deeper aspects of your personality and the deeper aspects of yourself, and allowing yourself to not feel that sense of shame or guilt or feel like you have to hide things or hide who you really are. You pulled this balanced spirituality and practicality here. There's a lot of spiritual energy in this reading, so I feel like it's more so balancing the spiritual part here. If I would have pulled all Pentacles, I'd have been like, maybe this is about the practicality. But I feel like for you, Taurus, you're already a very practical sign because you're an earth sign. Not only that, you're a fixed earth sign. So I think this is more so about the spiritual aspects of yourself and your nature. And I think you're going through this phase of deeper contemplation and becoming more aware of these things that you really want for yourself, and these things that you would really like to merge with, and these things that you would really like to do. And the mind, you may not be believing in yourself fully or believing in something fully, but the Lovers are saying what's destined for you is destined for you. So you might as well just give it a shot. You pulled this, it is safe to let go. You are surrounded by love. You might as well give it a shot. I feel like you may have put up barriers to protect yourself when it has come to certain things, because maybe you've experienced rejection in the past or disappointments in the past. But in order to really be open to receive with the Seven of Cups, it's like you have to allow yourself to let go and be open to receiving. Clarify this Seven of Cups for the overall energy. Pull the High Priestess. High Priestess is a card of receptivity, right? There's these newer desires that are starting to brew within inside you. That's what the High Priestess Seven of Cups is. These things are gestating in the womb, ready to be birthed. And the Seven of Swords, I feel, is like your way of trying to figure out, come up with a game plan and a strategy to create these things and birth these things that you want. Pull the Page of Pentacles here. Page of Pentacles is my card of practical application, practically applying yourself. And with the Seven of Swords, if you have newer ideas or newer thoughts or things that you want to experiment with, this is your time to do it. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. It's like seeing what works. Whatever doesn't work, discard it. What does work, keep it. And you find that nice eclectic blend that's true to you and that works for you. Clarify the Seven of Swords here. Or Seven of Wands, my bad. You have the Nine of Pentacles here. Knight of Pentacles is all about the lifestyle, creating the lifestyle that's valuable for you. And with this card being on the Seven of Wands, this is about moving forward and pushing forward to continue to make your lifestyle the best that you can. And that's an alignment that's authentic with you. And understanding that there's different ways of doing things and there's not just one way of doing things. And your way of doing things is what's authentic for you and what's going to bring that deeper sense of fulfillment. Clarify the Sun card in your current energy. You have the Seven of Cups here. You're definitely in a creative energy here, I can see. You have the Seven of Cups twice in this reading with the Sun card. This is about you really fully wanting to bring in your desires. I think you're realizing in your current energy, you want to connect to more deeper things. That's what brings that sense of deeper fulfillment for you, is the deepness and the richness of the things, of the real things that you want. Clarify the Eight of Wands. You have the Seven of Swords. Very interesting here. Clarify this, Lovers. You have the Empress. I think your challenge at this time is like trying to figure out what's really in alignment with your beliefs. And I think you're questioning your beliefs at this time with your challenge, or in your challenge. And so you're really trying to figure out what's really true for you, with the Lovers being the advice. And it's important to figure out what is true for you. And the Empress is Venus, and what is true for you in regards to what is true, like what is ultimately true, what is valuable for you, right? What brings that sense of value and fulfillment for you, that sense of pleasure and joy, and ultimately like what is really just true for you. Clarify the Knight of Swords. You are getting this answer though, and things are becoming very clear. And not to say that they're not clear right now, but they're becoming even more clear. You have the Four of Cups here. What I feel like you're moving out of more for the rest of the month is a feeling of melancholy. And feeling of melancholy is like you're yearning and desiring for something, right? But it's almost as if sometimes we feel like it's like we're trying to figure out how we can get that. But the Four of Cups, it's stale water. You put water with the number four structure. Water doesn't like structure, which is why it becomes stale. And so in order for you to get out of this sense of either procrastination or too much contemplation, it's the Knight of Swords. It's like taking action, which that's what I see you doing here. Clarify the Page of Wands. You pulled the Eight of Pentacles. All the things that you've already been working on with this Eight of Pentacles, it's like continue to do it, right? Page of Wands. It's like bringing the fun back, I feel, as well. Bringing the fun back into what you do for work, or bringing the fun back in regards to something here in your life that has been missing. It's like bringing that sense of passion and inspiration back, and bringing the passion and the inspiration to the work, the things that are passionate for you, the things that inspire you. Clarify this King of Cups. In the outcome, you have the Eight of Cups here. Yeah, I feel like you're emotionally becoming more aware of what you have been unaware of before, and that's what's bringing this deeper sense of spiritual connection to yourself and everything else that's in your life, and giving you and bringing that deeper sense of meaning to everything in your life here as well, or bringing a new meaning, I should say. Because the Eight of Cups is Saturn and Pisces, and Saturn and Pisces is trying to teach us of what we're unaware of that we need to become aware of, and how we can deepen our spirituality and our emotional connection, right? And how we can and what are the things that we need to release and let go of so we can be able to surrender and be in the present moment. And this card is also spiritual evolution. So I see you going through a spiritual evolution and and you're spiritually evolving toward the end of the month. So I think this is a time for you to take your spirituality more serious. Allow yourself to do what's really authentic for you. Understand that there's different ways of doing things, and there's nothing wrong with doing things differently. And that there's different ways you can do it. You don't have to do it like everybody else. Do it. It's doing things the way you want to do them, and not being afraid. Not even being afraid, but not also not being afraid to stand out, maybe, or to do things unconventionally, or to be unconventional. You don't have to do it every other way, everybody's way. So, but I do see you here, things becoming more clear, you being more decisive, and actually like allowing yourself to act on your desires and create the desires here that you really want, and do the things that you want to do. So that's what I got for you, Taurus, and your mid-month reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. The readings are on sale at this time, so I'll definitely be sure to get one before that sale goes away. If this video resonated with you, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so. Click the notification bell as well. It'll notify you whenever I upload your videos. And otherwise than that, Taurus, I'm wishing you the best, and I'll see you later.